Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you from wherever you are in the world. Iran is no longer joking. No. When Iran speaks, this is what I have observed. I don't know about you, but when Iran speaks, Iran follows through. Iran has told us here that they have surprises that will astonish the world. It's redundant, but a surprise that truly surprises. Yes, in terms of the military equipment that Iran possesses, Iran said that the types of missiles they used recently had nothing to do with the kind of missiles they actually have. That they still have others that will astonish the world. And here, on this evening of June 18, 2025, we saw it. Look at these images. When you see these images, you get the impression that it's a drawing created in the sky. You get the feeling that it's a technological spectacle. And yes, a spectacle of misfortune that rose from Tehran toward Tel Aviv to unleash everything unimaginable and terrible. This is the new missile that Iran has agreed to show us. That is to say, last night they used a new missile. As if all that wasn't enough, today in the evening they used a new missile. And it was the very reaction of the missile in the air, in the sky, that caught everyone's attention. And then the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps came out to announce the good news to the Iranian people and the bad news to Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, this missile is called Sadile. That's its name. Look at how it moves through the sky. I didn't want to post the video. The video went viral, especially in Arab countries and elsewhere. People are curious to see, but what kind of missile is it? But when you watch the video, as you see it rising there, the missile tears through the atmosphere. Can you even hear the atmosphere rumbling? Can you hear how it rises so quietly? And the worst part is, I wonder, what kind of shape is it making like that? It looks like something that many of you are familiar with. But the thing it resembles gives life. On the contrary, this is going to bring the opposite of life. It's funny, but at the same time, it's pitiful. We're talking about human beings who are going to their eternal rest because of human stupidity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive deeper to see what kind of missile Iran has just used. The Sagil missiles are Iranian ballistic missiles. So it's a medium-range ballistic missile with a solid payload. Don't ask me what payload means. Go look it up on Google and you'll understand what payload is. It's a very dangerous thing. The specialists in chemistry and so on, they're the ones who can explain it to us better. And so the missile anyway, the Israelis understand when we say payload. They understand because when it hits, it really makes an impact. So it makes me laugh because in this conflict, we're going to see a lot of things. That is to say, the guys are taking the opportunity to test all the castings they've managed to create. Yes. So it's a solid fuel ballistic missile, which gives it a very fast deployment and makes it difficult to intercept with anti-missile defense systems. So, first of all, it's fast. It's extremely fast. Second, because of his pergola, his own pergola, that's it. It's not pergola. Two pergola. Because of this solid pergola, it is difficult to intercept it. So that means these days, Iran is only launching types of missiles that make defense systems blind. The defense systems can't detect them. So their classification, these are missiles that are extremely heavy, and their classification are super heavy and long-range missiles by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard indicates potential advances in their payloads and range. The use of such missiles during the 12th wave of Operation True Promises demonstrates a technological and strategic escalation on Iran's part, potentially aiming to saturate enemy defenses or to target more distant infrastructure with increased striking power. This reinforces the perception of Iranian military capabilities in the region. Iran is not just fighting against Israel. Iran is demonstrating its capacity to cause harm. Yes, Iran is showing to what extent the country possesses military capabilities. After this affair between Iran and Israel, everyone in the region will respect Iran. So it was in the 12th wave of missiles that reached Israel, that were fired at Israel, that they had to launch this. This is the primary objective, to show their power. But secondly, as I was saying, is to overwhelm, to saturate the Israeli air defense, since they are used to the types of missiles that Iran usually launches. So in a way, they have programmed their defense system according to that type of missile. Now, when there is a new missile, first of all, it can be intercepted easily. A new missile with such proven power, like this missile that traces a path in the sky, will make things much more difficult for the Israeli air defense. And so, the announcement of the use of these Sadil missiles during this operation triggered international reactions. Yes, on the international level, people did not remain speechless. Because when you see something like this, it's frightening. Imagine if Iran has several of them. I'm telling you, the country has been preparing for this for a long time. So the United States is probably analyzing these launches to assess the real threat and adjust their defense strategy. So this surprised America. America didn't know that Iran had this kind of capability. So this forces America to tone things down a bit and readjust its defense. This show of Iranian strength could be interpreted as a clear message to its adversaries, signaling its determination to retaliate with sophisticated means. It risks intensifying the arms race in the region and further complicating diplomatic efforts. Yes, in the region, people will say, listen, we too need to consider acquiring extremely sophisticated things. In any case, Iran has set the bar very high, extremely high. But the footage you are seeing here, that was the missile launch. It hasn't arrived yet. In any case, we don't have the results of the arrival yet. When we have the results, when it arrives, when we see what happens, we will come back here again on the Veil the Conscience platform to discuss it further. So, despite everything, we always say that we want peace. Peace is priceless. And the world needs peace. So, thank you all. I'll be back with you shortly with more news. This was the voice of your one and only samurai.